Tom, big win for Liverpool today, but so many comments coming through right now from Liverpool fans unhappy with the performance, saying how poor you were, only won an individual quality. It doesn't seem like Liverpool fans are happy to just won 3-1. Talk to me.
Well, it's not a good performance. Good result, not a good performance. A lot of... I think that the last couple of games you started to see the squad really bare bones and really starting to struggle. And obviously we've again lost Trent today, which is good. But this time, unlike Arsenal, we weren't punished. Burnley should have went 3-2 up. That Fofana kid on loan from Chelsea missed 2 gilt-edged chances. Keller had his best game of the season. Keller has saved us a couple of times. And yeah, Klopp corrected his error by not starting Harvey Elliott, by bringing him on, and he changed the game for us. Ultimately, at this point, with the state the squad's in, we just need to get results. We don't need performances, we just need the results, and we've got the result. So we keep the pressure on, we keep the position there. But in terms of an overall performance, very few players can leave that pitch today feeling very, proud and very happy with how they play. I thought Robertson was decent, for the first start back. Elliott was obviously great when he came on. Wataru Endo was great after he got the after he got booked. Curtis Jones done a great job at right back as well as centre mid, and Diogo Jota has again shown his pure quality as one of the most underrated attackers in the Premier League. And it's nice, even though I think Diaz and Nunes both made questionable decisions. Diaz especially, I don't get why he didn't play Nunes in that one moment. But it's nice to see the front three all get the goals today. They've turned up a point without Salah, so we've managed to get through this period pretty much unscathed. But hopefully, the return of Szoboszlai, the return of Salah, getting Gomez and Alisson back, or getting the majority of the core back will hopefully improve performances, because today, on another day, we don't leave with the 3-1 win. The result, you could argue, flatters us just a little bit, but it's nice to see that the fringe players and the players who've had to step in for us today have turned up despite the issues in the squad. If you're looking at starters who'd be playing, we were missing our goalie, our centre back, our left back, our right winger, and our best central midfielder this season. So, we have been operating on a little bit of a shorter string, but we've pulled through, which is a good thing. So hopefully the injuries start to slow down, so we can get a bit more of a consistent core together. But who knows with us? It'd be just our luck if they kept going. But the one thing this year is we've got a squad that can compete. So not a great performance, but a good result. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
I'm not going to lie. I'm probably sitting here in the mud, beautiful skin because of the mud, listening to you Spurs fans and Liverpool fans winning games and moaning, and just think, excuse my French, you spoilt fucking brats. That's all that's going through my head right now. You're sitting here depressed after winning football matches. Like, Tom, it's your birthday as well, right? Cheer up. Cheer up,
This
and
is
I'll buy you a haircut.
Wow, he sounds like he's going to school later or something.
Ram, what did you make of it today? LFC, My Religion here, says, before negativity speaks, top of the league in every comp, just enjoy, please. Is that how you feel, or is the performance frustrating you today?
I'm happy. Like, we're top of the league. Of course I'm going to be happy. We won. So I wouldn't say it's convincingly, but we won by a convincing manner. We got 3 goals in. Obviously, we didn't get a clean sheet, but like Tom said, I'm not going to paper over the cracks, because I saw what I saw. We were dead. We were poor. I can't not say that we deserved to at least, for Burnley not to deserve to get a couple more goals. Like, they had 2 1v1s, which Fofana messed up. Big up Keller for making a couple of saves. But it still doesn't change the fact that we weren't great. But how many times have we said it? Champions win when they don't play well. And that's what we got to do. But I think this sort of period that's coming up for Liverpool will be our toughest period. This will be what Man City had at the start of the season. And this will be what Arsenal had in December. Because We didn't play well against Arsenal. We got battered by Arsenal. We got to be honest about it. And we didn't play well here. But the one thing that Arsenal and City failed to do was ride out the wins. They couldn't keep their heads against Crystal Palace. They ended up drawing that game. And Arsenal lost against Fulham and lost against West Ham as well. So what we got to do is just try and get as many wins as possible, because our run of games up until the City game, I think we got Brentford away, which has never been an easy game for us. We've always lost or drew against them.
We've never won at that stadium. So.
Yeah, we've never won at that stadium. So the next couple of games are going to be tough. But if we get, say, a couple wins and we play poorly during all those games, I'm going to be happy. I just want to be in more or less 2 points or in touching distance of Manchester City when they come to Anfield, and still have the opportunity to control what we can do in this league title chase. And at the end of the day, even if we play poorly, I'm still going to celebrate. We're top of the league. Like, let's be honest, we're top of the league. We won 3-1. I'm going to have a happy weekend. Come on, West Ham. Beat the Gooners. Then we'll see you next week. That's all I got to
say. Sam, do you echo this? What's your thoughts on things?
Sorry, I do apologize for the flashing. I've got the Girona game and then I've got the Bayer Leverkusen game as well.
Yeah, I've got the same. I've got the same. And Newcastle, got all three up. Satanta Sports, baby, via NordVPN, $2.99 a month for all of it. Love it.
Love it. Shout out there. But yeah, no. Again, I'm gonna get the negative out of the way. This was probably a rubbish performance by us. But here's the positive. I've always said Liverpool are going to lose sometime this season. We're not going to go the league unbeaten since the Tottenham loss. Like, we're going to lose. It's about how we bounce back the game after. Now, yes, it was a rubbish performance, but I'm glad we got the win, because there's been many times with other teams that are in the title race where they've lost the game and they've...
Just like you lost your signal.
It's all on games. He's streaming. It's all on games.
Am I still here?
You're still there.
Barely.
Yeah.
You're still there. Yeah. Okay, cool. Sorry, it just went blank for me. But yeah, literally, all I wanted to focus on was really us bouncing back from that poor performance against Arsenal. Now with Arsenal, yes, we got battered all over the park, but I just said, you know what, it was a bad day for us. It was a bad day for us. This game, I could see a little bit of what we were doing against Arsenal, and I wasn't happy with it. But 3-1 win, you go on and move to the next game. You put pressure on the guys that are below you right now, Man City and Arsenal, and maybe even, as you said, Tottenham and Aston Villa to keep up with us. And the most important thing is literally, we've won.
Yeah, I mean, this is it. Like, we're getting a little bit of feedback from a few people there. Look, I agree with you completely. I look at it from the perspective of we're getting very close to the run-in now. Very, very close to the run-in. Winning is the most important element at this stage. I suppose that's why I'm sitting here and I've watched Spurs win a last-minute game, seeing you guys bounce back after the Arsenal defeat, and it's very subdued. It's very, yeah, it's okay. I know maybe nobody wants to get called out like Arsenal fans for over celebrating, but you got to enjoy these moments. 2-0 Newcastle. No, is that one? Oh, that's the repeat of the goal. Sorry. So what's a goal that was?
You just got to be realistic about it, Terry. You
But
just got to be real about it.
You can be realistic, but you're meant to enjoy winning games. And what's happening? This happened 2 seasons ago in the fan sphere, where everybody's become scared of celebrating wins. And then last year it started to pick up again. And this year everyone's, we've won a game and I'm scared to say I'm happy we've won. You can criticize things, but there's barely been a smile. It's like I'm at a funeral.
No, do you know, Terry, do you know, I will celebrate a lot more if we beat Brentford away.
Boring.
Week. I don't care. No, but Terry,
look at the
preview. Look at the preview that you had, yeah? Did you expect Liverpool to beat Burnley?
Just pick Liverpool to beat Burnley. Yes. Why?
Yeah, because, and obviously we beat them in a manner which wasn't convincing, but we've still got the win. So it's obviously going to be a little bit subdued. If we battered them like 5 or 6-0, then it would be like job done. You know how it is. Everyone was sick. But it was the fact that we allowed a team like Burnley, who we should be beating comfortably, to come to our gaff and create a load of chances, which they should be
but that's
burying
also
away.
kind of like not new. A lot of teams have done that to us this season. I think with me, I'm just subdued because the Trent injury stuff is annoying because I think he's been one of our best players this year. He's come back. We haven't used him properly. Now he's injured again. So that's a kick in the teeth. But you know, we've our right hand side, which is so important. We've got none of them fit at the minute. It's a bit annoying when I'm looking at us chopping and changing every time. I think there was a couple of things he got wrong today. I'm happy that we won, and I'm in exactly the same boat. You need to win at this point. I wouldn't care if we were the worst team in every game we played from this point on, but we won. If we got bashed, if we rode our luck, this, that, and the other, as long as we won, that's all that matters. I don't care about, you know, smashing a team 5-0, playing liquid football. I don't care at this point. I need wins. I need points on the board. The qualms and the concerns are, how many more times can we do this? How many more saving graces have we got? Because Harvey Elliott saved us today. I thought he was absolutely exceptional off the bench. I thought he should have started anyway, because he's the only player who on the right actually holds a bit of width. And you saw it today when McAllister looked lost because he didn't know how to hold width. Jota's never going to hold width because why would you want your best goal scorer to be out wide, especially when he's not left-footed, so he can't, you know, create from there. So we end up chucking one of the best creative players in the Premier League out wide on the touchline where he can't get involved in the game as much. Elliott should have started for that reason. He then comes on. Obviously, we lose Trent at that point. But Jones was then able to do the more traditional Trent role, which is coming inside, dictating the game, giving you a numerical advantage. And Shock, we started to get a little bit more dominant. Yeah, they had a bit of a run where they had a couple of chances, and Kelleher had his best game of the season today. A number of really good saves. That's more so the Kelleher that I know from you know, years gone by. Hopefully, you can keep riding this form through to the Carabao Cup final, which he's going to play. But it just didn't feel right today at parts. The midfield just didn't. It all just felt a little bit sluggish, a little bit slow. Yeah, it just felt like we've been rising through the gears, and now the car's had a little bit of a shake, and now we're back down a couple of gears again. And we've got to try and get through those gears a little bit quicker than we've done earlier this season, because we do have a lot of big games coming up for us, and the full focus for the club has to be on getting to that City game, winning all these games before, and making sure that they go into that game knowing it's a pretty much, you know, we have to win that game. If we can get a good run of form going into that with a cup final win and all the league games won, then I'm a lot more confident. But right now, some of the concerns that we have from the Arsenal game weren't fixed today. Some of the concerns were, which is good, but some of them were still there, and that's probably the question. And that's probably where the bit of disillusionment is. And I know we had an illness. I know we had an illness run through the squad today, but it affected two players. It affected Gomez, and Alisson, and Robertson was one of our better players. So that wasn't even a bad one.
I do get it. I just have this feeling. It's not even about Liverpool. I just have this feeling that Standard FC have corrupted football. And what I mean by that is, because City are the favourites to win, and because they didn't drop points today, it's just almost as if people are not. It's like people can't be happy with their side. And I get everyone wants to win the trophies, but that's never how football's been up until very, very recently. In the sense of, we've always wanted to win the trophies, but as long as we're competing for them, we know we're a very good team. We're going to be doing it again next year. So you kind of enjoy the ride. And if you don't win, you're like, oh, I'm gutted. But what some great games, some great wins, some ups and downs. We go again next year. That seems to have, I don't know, maybe it's a little different for Liverpool fans right now with Klopp leaving, but that seems to have disappeared from football. It's all, if we're not winning things this year, I'm just going to be miserable until we get there. I'm not saying you men have been overly miserable, but I just find an interesting reflection now of how fans react to even win some days. I just don't ever remember feeling like that, even when my team was competing.
This is why I said personally that, with our eyes, it's a poor performance, but I'm happy with the win. Again, like, every point that we pick up now helps us towards the end of the season. So, yeah, we can nitpick with certain things, but sometimes you're not going to have good games. So to show that you're not gonna have a good game, but you're still winning, is only a positive for me. We just need to sort it out against Brentford. I think it's next week, and then so that they can't pick us off. But yeah, no, I'm happy. I'm happy with it. Especially after that performance against Arsenal, I'm happy with this.
The big ones are the ones against you got Brentford next, then you've got Luton midweek in between the Brentford game and the cup final. And obviously we had a poor result against Luton earlier on this year, and Brentford's been a team that we've always struggled against away from home. We drew the first year, we lost last year. Those are the games where if we leave them with wins, it's a lot happier. There was an expectation that you get past Burnley today. Ideally, if you were to pick any team to play in the Premier League to bounce back against after a loss, it would be Burnley at home because they give you chances, because they sit so far forward. And maybe it's a bit of we should have done more, because we are a team that benefits massively against high lines, but we never really got anything going in that sense today. And it's a weird one. It's a weird one. I'm happy about the win, obviously, because it puts us back top of the table. It puts the pressure on everyone else. And let's be honest, as good as City are, they're not winning every single game to end the season. They're not going on a 20-game winning run.
Put it past them. I said
They're
that last time I said that, they won every single game
They're not
won.
winning every single game. They might not lose, but they're not winning every single game. And the same way, we probably won't. But we just need to make sure that we are in there. We need to make sure that we are in there with a chance. And even then, the league wasn't the league when you're going into the season. It wasn't the expectation. No one expected.
I do understand that, boys.